coast to coast, across presidential battlegrounds. It's all coming down to this night and this choice in a history-making, rule-breaking, jaw-dropping campaign. Tonight, voters get the last word in the election of a lifetime. Joe Biden, arguing he's the most electable, with a promise to restore America's soul.
We choose hope over fear. We choose truth over lies.
Donald Trump, hoping to shatter expectations again.
They said Trump doesn't have a chance. We love defeating those people, don't we?
After months of twists and turns, the first results now just minutes away. This is coverage of Election Night in America. The fight for the presidency, the battle for Congress. The people are choosing. The world is watching. And anything is possible until the last vote.
He cares about the middle class. Give me a break. That's a bunch of malarkey. Keep America great! Exclamation point.
Good evening and welcome to Election Night in America 2020. I'm Ryan Guest, coming to you live from the Election Predictions Official Election Center. With the first polls closing at the top of the hour, we have our first exit poll data coming in right now. The opening numbers are striking. Just 30% of voters believe the country is headed in the right direction, with a whopping 64% of the electorate saying that the country is on the wrong track. Now, as stunning as these numbers may look, when compared to the 2016 exit polls, they aren't completely abnormal, as we see just a 3-point decrease in right direction numbers from Election Day 4 years ago. And taking a look at the approval of President Donald Trump, who, following all-time highs at the beginning of the year, has been unable to recover from spiraling approvals throughout the summer and into the fall. He sits at 42% in our exit tally, which, by any normal standards, would be an extremely bad sign for an incumbent president heading into re-election. But this is no ordinary election, and Donald Trump is no ordinary candidate. Now, as for Joe Biden, unsurprisingly, he has outperformed Hillary Clinton's approvals from 4 years ago. However, with 48% seeing the former vice president as favorable and 49% unfavorable, these numbers aren't necessarily as promising as the Biden campaign would have hoped. But they do remain confident that increased turnout for mail-in ballots across the country will work in their favor tonight. Finally, we're getting a look inside the minds of voters. We asked which of the following 8 issues was the most important in their vote today. And as the country continues to endure the repercussions of a global pandemic and a subsequent economic shutdown, unemployment continues to hover around 15%, with voters labeling the economy as a clear priority in their vote for president tonight. In a distant second, healthcare, with almost a quarter of voters identifying it as their top priority. Immigration and race relations come in third and fourth, followed by national security, gun policy, climate change, and education. And here we go, folks. Months of campaigning will come to a conclusion in the hours to come. We are officially counting down the final seconds to the first poll closings of the 2020 presidential election here at 7 p.m. on the East Coast and in the states of Georgia, Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, Vermont, and Virginia. The polls have closed and we have some major projections to make.
It's the season to add a little warmth to life out here. And though the
Damn it.
past year has been an unexpected one,
Major projections to make. And we have our first projections of the night. Take a look at this. In the state of Kentucky, Donald Trump will carry the state's 8 electoral votes. The president is the projected winner in the state of Kentucky. He is also the projected winner in the state of Indiana. 11 electoral votes in Indiana. No surprise in either of these two states. Donald Trump is the projected winner in Kentucky and in Indiana. As for the former vice president, Joe Biden, he's the projected winner in the state of Vermont. 3 electoral votes in his column. Now moving on to the states that are too close or too early to call. In Georgia, 16 electoral votes are up for grabs in Georgia. We expect this to be very, very close tonight. Georgia is too early to call. Another state too early to call, the state of South Carolina. Now, many people would expect this state to go to Donald Trump by a hefty margin. However, it is too early to call right now. 9 electoral votes in the state of South Carolina. And finally, in the state of Virginia, Republicans haven't won a statewide election in the state of Virginia in over 10 years. Joe Biden expects to win in Virginia tonight. 13 crucial electoral votes are up for grabs in the state of Virginia. And now let's take a look at the updated race to 270. Donald Trump is out to an early electoral lead, a very, very early electoral lead, 19-3 with 30.
Oh shit! Trump's going to win, bro.
No
Kidding.
to make. And
My like, perfect. Thank you.
Popular vote, very, very early numbers coming in, but Donald Trump is out to a significant early lead. Now, keep in mind, mostly Republican areas have started to come in early here, and thus he is out to an 166,000 vote lead. We expect the highest turnout of any election in American history. 138 million votes were cast 4 years ago. Just how many will be cast this year, with mail-in voting taking place in almost every state across the country? And we are now closing in on our second poll closings of the evening. It is 7:30 p.m. and the polls will be closing in North Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia. We can now project that Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of West Virginia. He will carry the state's 5 electoral votes. It was his largest margin of victory in 2016. Absolutely no surprise. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of West Virginia. Now, as for the states that are too early to call, in North Carolina, 15 crucial electoral votes in this crucial swing state of North Carolina. The Joe Biden campaign is very optimistic that they can make this race very, very close this evening. Now, as for the state of Ohio, 18 electoral votes here. It is also too early to call in Ohio. Donald Trump has to win here tonight. No Republican has ever won the presidency without winning the state of Ohio. He won here by nearly 10 points 4 years ago. He expects to be able to hold on to the state of Ohio. Joe Biden will be looking to win back the Obama and Biden ticket voters in 2008 and 2012 in the state of Ohio. However, polls here in the state of Ohio have Trump leading Biden by about 4 to 5 points. And taking an updated look at the U.S. electoral map, Donald Trump has now bumped up to 24 electoral votes with his victory in West Virginia, while Joe Biden remains at 3 electoral votes. 71 electoral votes are up for grabs in races that are too close or too early to call across the country. And looking at the popular vote, it has tightened a little bit in percentages, and a lot more votes have now been counted. However, Donald Trump still maintains a 544,000 vote lead in the U.S. popular vote. We do expect Donald Trump to maintain a lead in the popular vote early tonight before the big states, or big Democratic states of New York, California, Illinois, all start to report their results, in which we do expect Joe Biden to, in all likelihood, beat Donald Trump in the popular vote, similarly to Hillary Clinton in 2016. We have now arrived at one of the largest poll closings of the evening. It's 8 o'clock, and 172 electoral votes are at stake at this poll closing, with polls closing in several key states. Election predictions official can now call several states for both campaigns. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Alabama, 9 electoral votes he will carry in Alabama, and in the state of Mississippi, he will carry 6 electoral votes from the state of Mississippi. And in the state of Missouri, we can project that the president is the projected winner of 10 electoral votes in Missouri and 7 electoral votes in the state of Oklahoma. He is the projected winner. And in the state of Tennessee, 11 electoral votes in Tennessee, Donald Trump is the projected winner. And finally, we can call in a key race that we were not able to call earlier at its specific poll closing. South Carolina will go to Donald Trump. The president will carry 9 electoral votes in the state of South Carolina. As for the Democrat, Joe Biden, he will carry 7 electoral votes in the state of Connecticut. No surprises there. He will also carry his home state where he served as senator for many years. In the state of Delaware, Joe Biden will carry Delaware's 3 electoral votes. In the most liberal area of the country, the District of Columbia, its 3 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. And a big state in the state of Illinois, 20 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. No surprise whatsoever there. And in the state of Maryland, 10 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. He's the projected winner in the state of Maryland. He is also the projected winner in the state of Massachusetts. 11 electoral votes there going to Joe Biden. And another bigger state, New Jersey, 14 electoral votes. Joe Biden is the projected winner in New Jersey. And finally, in the state of Rhode Island, no surprise, he is the projected winner of 4 electoral votes in the state of Rhode Island. We have some key races that are too early to call at this poll closing. The crucial state of Florida and its 29 electoral votes are too early to call between Joe Biden and Donald Trump right now. We expect this to be one of the closest races of this election cycle, and in the state of Maine that splits its electoral votes with 2 at-large electoral votes, as well as its 1st and 2nd congressional district holding 1 vote each. It is too early to call in the state of Maine. And in the state of New Hampshire, one of the closest races of the 2016 election that Hillary Clinton was only able to carry by about 0.3 points. We have no projection at this time in the state of New Hampshire. And finally, in Joe Biden's state in which he was born, Pennsylvania, 20 electoral votes, a crucial state that Donald Trump won in the 2016 election, flipping it from 2008 and 2012. It's a crucial state for both campaigns tonight to win. And we have a key race alert coming in right now. Out of the state of Georgia, 57% of the vote is now reporting 16 crucial electoral votes in Georgia, and Donald Trump has an 87,000 vote lead. It is just a 3.6 point margin. Donald Trump won here by about 5 points in 2016, so it is already closer as things stand right now. We expect it to possibly get even closer, with more urban and Democratic areas yet to report across the state of Georgia. And finally, in the state of Virginia, now 60% of precincts are reporting in. Look how close it is. Hillary Clinton won here by a significant margin, and Joe Biden was expecting to possibly win in Virginia by over 10 points. But take a look at how close it is right now, just a 21,000 vote edge. However, do keep in mind that the late vote in the state of Virginia is usually out of the Washington, D.C. suburbs and usually goes or breaks heavily in favor of the Democrats. With all of these calls having been made, the U.S. electoral map looks a whole lot different. Donald Trump maintains his lead, but it is 76 to 75 over Joe Biden, with 119 electoral votes right now, too close to call in several key states like Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, and in the state of Maine. And the popular vote totals have come a lot closer as well. Donald Trump now sits at 51% to Joe Biden's 48%, with Joe Jorgensen and Howie Hawkins, the 2 third-party candidates, trailing far behind. But Donald Trump holds a 797,000 vote edge nationwide right now over Joe Biden. It's now 8:30 p.m. and the polls are about to close in one state, in the state of Arkansas. We can project that Arkansas, Donald Trump will carry the state's 6 electoral votes. In the state of Arkansas, the president is the projected winner. And we have some key race alerts coming in right.
Shit. Freaking odds, man. Shit, mass. Shoot.
Now, out of the state of North Carolina, 15 crucial electoral votes up for grabs. 63% of the vote is now in, and Donald Trump maintains a 23,000 vote lead in the state of North Carolina, 48.72% to 47.94%. It is extremely close, with a lot of vote left to be counted in a lot of urban areas and rural areas as well. No telling how this race will unfold as things stand right now. And in the state of Ohio, with 70% of precincts reporting 18 electoral votes in Ohio, and Donald Trump holds a 207,000 vote edge over Joe Biden. The time is running out for Joe Biden to make much of a comeback in the state of Ohio, and Donald Trump looks set to hold on to the crucial state of Ohio. And in Pennsylvania, with just 21% of precincts reporting Joe Biden is out to a lead, with 65,000 votes being the margin of lead over Donald Trump, 51.4% to 46.36%. That is the margin of lead for Joe Biden over Donald Trump. If Joe Biden wants any realistic path to the presidency tonight, he must carry the state of Pennsylvania, and he is on track to do so as things stand right now. And in the state of Florida, however, 52% of precincts are reporting in the state of Florida. Much of the early vote is in so far, with 29 crucially important electoral votes in Florida could make or break this race. Donald Trump is out to a 57,000 vote lead very early in the state of Florida, with just a little over half of the vote being counted so far. And in the updated electoral map, Donald Trump's win in Arkansas brings him to 82 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 75. Donald Trump currently leads in the key states of Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Ohio, while Joe Biden leads in Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, and Maine. If Joe Biden is able to flip the state of Pennsylvania, he could be on his way to reaching 270 if he is able to flip the key states of Michigan, maybe Wisconsin, or the state of Arizona. That is, if none of Florida, North Carolina, or Georgia, or Ohio go his way tonight. And looking at the updated popular vote, Donald Trump has extended his lead to 1,309,000 votes nationwide over Joe Biden, with Joe Jorgensen and Howie Hawkins remaining in a fight for that third place position. People think that possibly Howie Hawkins could lead the Green Party to a third place finish over Joe Jorgensen and the Libertarians, as a few polls leading up to Election Day had him neck and neck with Jorgensen, but that remains to be seen as we go on tonight. Possibly the most significant poll closing of the entire evening. States like Texas, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Michigan are all closing their polls here at 9 p.m. Eastern. Here we go. We have several state projections starting out in the state of Kansas. 6 electoral votes will be going to Donald Trump as he is the projected winner in the state of Kansas. No surprise, he is also the victor in the state of Louisiana. 8 electoral votes. The president, Donald Trump, is the projected winner. He's also projected winner in the state of Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes. Also in North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, Donald Trump is the projected winner there. And in South Dakota with 3 electoral votes there as well. And finally, also 3 electoral votes in the state of Wyoming. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Wyoming. As for Joe Biden, we can project that he is the projected winner in the state of New Mexico. So as polls close, we can project that Joe Biden will carry 5 electoral votes in the state of New Mexico, and no surprise, he's the projected winner of 29 electoral votes in the state of New York. A big win for Joe Biden, but no surprise there whatsoever. However, as for the races that are too early to call in Arizona, 11 electoral votes, no call here. Polls were showing that Joe Biden had a significant chance of flipping the state of Arizona in the Democrats' favor tonight. There's also a significant Senate race going on there between Republican incumbent Martha McSally and Democrat Mark Kelly. A lot to watch in the state of Arizona as votes come in there. And in the state of Colorado, 9 electoral votes. Joe Biden expects to win here comfortably. However, it's too early to call as things stand right now. And in the state of Michigan, a crucial state for Joe Biden, he must flip the state of Michigan if he wants any chance at the presidency tonight. 16 electoral votes in Michigan. Very, very important state of Michigan. As for the state of Texas, 38 electoral votes. Now, a lot of people think that Texas could possibly flip tonight. However, the Donald Trump campaign was polling about 3 to 4 points ahead of Joe Biden leading into this election here tonight. 38 electoral votes in the state of Texas. If Joe Biden is able to somehow flip the state of Texas tonight, that would mean an electoral landslide in favor of him. Now, as for the state of Wisconsin, another crucial state that the Joe Biden campaign absolutely has to flip tonight. 10 electoral votes in Wisconsin. It's typically a Democratic state, but Donald Trump flipped it in 2016. He'll look to hold on there if he wants to hold on to his seat as president. Now, what impact have these calls made on the race to 270? It remains extremely close, with Donald Trump holding just a 1 electoral vote lead with 110 in his column to Joe Biden's 109. 213 electoral votes are too close to call at this moment in time. All signs are pointing to an extremely tight electoral college here tonight. However, in the popular vote, it has shrunk to just 904,000 votes. That is for Donald Trump, and his margin of lead over Joe Biden. He holds 49% of the vote to Joe Biden's 47%, with nearly 50 million votes having been counted so far nationwide. We are just hearing word that we have a couple of major projections coming in right now. In the state of Virginia, its 13 electoral votes will go to the former Vice President Joe Biden. He is the projected winner in the state of Virginia, a state that has shifted dramatically in its political leanings over the past decade. Joe Biden wins with 51.74% of the vote to Donald Trump's 43.83%, with 93% of the vote in. He wins by 323,000 votes. And in the state of Ohio, Donald Trump is the projected winner. This is a big hold for his campaign. 18 electoral votes will be going to his column. No Republican has ever won the presidency without winning the state of Ohio, and he has done just that. He wins with 50.24% of the vote to Joe Biden's 45.83%. Not quite a margin as large as in 2016, but 230,000 votes nonetheless, with 94% of precincts reporting in Ohio. We can project that Donald Trump is the projected winner. We now have 29% of the vote coming in Arizona, and look at this. Donald Trump is out to an early 3.4 point advantage over Joe Biden. 25,000 votes, still very early in Arizona. but these are not good numbers so far for the Joe Biden campaign that expects to be very competitive in the state of Arizona tonight. And as for the state of Michigan, with 42% of the vote in Joe Biden has actually 88,000 vote lead. This is a promising sign for his campaign if they want to abide by the plan they have set out for tonight. He holds 50.47% of the vote to Donald Trump's 46.09%. 16 very important, crucial electoral votes for the Joe Biden campaign in Michigan. And in the state of Wisconsin, another state that we have to keep our very close eyes on. 27% of the vote is in, and Donald Trump holds 49% of the vote to Joe Biden's 44% right now. This is a good sign for the Donald Trump campaign if they want to hold on to the state of Wisconsin here tonight. And looking at the updated race to 270 with the projections in Virginia and Ohio, Donald Trump now holds 128 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 122. 182 electoral votes remain out there that are too close to call. And the U.S. popular vote, it has shrunken even more to just 649,000 votes in the favor of Donald Trump. The popular vote is shrinking quite drastically here as the hours tick on. The clock is ticking down now on our 10 p.m. poll closing, with the states of Iowa, Montana, Nevada, and Utah all closing their polls at this hour. We can project in the state of Montana, its 3 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. He's the projected winner in the state of Montana. No surprise there. No surprise also in the state of Utah. Its 6 electoral votes will go to Donald Trump. He's the projected winner there. Now, as for the states that we are watching here at this poll closing, the state of Iowa is too early to call. 6 electoral votes in Iowa. Too early to call. And in the state of Nevada, also 6 electoral votes here. Also too early to call. 2 crucial swing states here tonight that are too early to call at this hour. And looking at the race to 270, Donald Trump now holds 137 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 122. 194 electoral votes remain up for grabs, with both candidates leading in a lot of key swing states across the country. As for the U.S. popular vote, Donald Trump's lead has now extended to 1,005,000 votes, with a lot of the votes starting to trickle in, 49% to 47% nationwide as things stand right now. Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Georgia. He is the projected winner of Georgia's 16 electoral votes. The Joe Biden campaign thought they could make a play for the state. However, Donald Trump has held on to the state with 49.17% of the vote to Joe Biden's 46.89%, 93,000 votes. That is the margin of victory, with 95% of the vote reporting right now in the state of Georgia. Donald Trump holds on to Georgia's crucial 16 electoral votes. However, no surprise in the state of Colorado, 9 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. He wins with, as things stand right now, with 86% of the vote, and he holds 51.76% of the vote to Donald Trump's 43.19%, 205,000 votes. That is the margin of lead. And in the state of Maine, it is a split call. Joe Biden will carry 3 out of the 4 electoral votes, the 2 at-large electoral votes in Maine, as well as the 1st congressional district, while Donald Trump will carry the 2nd congressional district in Maine, however, by a lower margin than he did in 2016. However, it is a split call in Maine. As for the 2 at-large electoral votes in the state of Maine, 88% of the vote is in, and Joe Biden holds 49% of the vote to Donald Trump's 42.87%. We have a key race alert in the state of North Carolina, with 92% of the vote now reporting. Look at how close this is. Just a 10,581 vote edge for Donald Trump right now. He holds 48.03% of the vote to Joe Biden's 47.81%. Extremely close in the crucial swing state of North Carolina. If Joe Biden is able to flip the state of North Carolina, things could look very optimistic for his race to 270. 15 electoral votes in North Carolina. Extremely close. Another state that is really close right now, with 89% of precincts reporting. Joe Biden holds just a 75,000 vote lead, but he does lead in Pennsylvania, his home state. 20 electoral votes that will be crucial to his chances here tonight. He holds 48.52% of the vote to Donald Trump's 47.29%. And finally, in Florida, with 93% of precincts reporting. Look how close it is in Florida as well. 29 crucial electoral votes in Florida that Donald Trump must win if he wants any chance of holding on to his seat as president. He holds 33,000 vote edge over Joe Biden right now, 48.2%. to Joe Biden's 47.82%. And taking another look at the race to 270, Joe Biden holds 134 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 154. It's a 20 electoral vote edge with 165 electoral votes that are too close to call. And the popular vote continues to maintain at a Donald Trump lead with 1,389,000 votes over Joe Biden as things stand right now. However, significant portions of the vote are starting to come in out of New York and Illinois, and in the next poll closing, we have the state of California. It is our final major poll closing of the evening. It's 11 o'clock, and the polls are going to close on the West Coast in the states of California, Hawaii, Idaho, Oregon, and in the state of Washington. In the state of California, Joe Biden is the projected winner of the state's 55 electoral votes, the largest state in the U.S., 55 electoral votes awarded to Joe Biden out of California. And then the state of Hawaii, he will carry its 4 electoral votes, no surprise. He will also carry the state of Oregon's 7 electoral votes. Joe Biden is the projected winner. The former vice president is also the projected winner in the state of Washington, and its 12 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. Now, as for the state of Idaho, Donald Trump is the projected winner of 4 electoral votes in the state of Idaho. No surprise there. We've got the first numbers coming in out of the state of Nevada with 28% of precincts reported.
Are you kidding me?
Got the
Screw
first
ads.
numbers coming in out of the state of Nevada with 28% of precincts reporting Joe Biden is out to an early lead, 34,000 votes. That is the margin of lead. And in the state of Iowa, 6 electoral votes, 33% of the vote is in, and Donald Trump holds a significant early lead with 62,000 votes. Joe Biden is hoping to flip the state back into his favor after Obama and Biden carried the state in 2008 and 2012. And looking at the race to 270, Joe Biden now holds his first electoral vote lead of the night, 212 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 158. 165 electoral votes remain too close to call, with the state of Alaska being the only state where the polls have not yet closed.
Come on, Joe Biden, win.
It has gotten in the U.S.
Biden. Joe Biden gonna win the presidency, maybe not.
48.03% to 47.59%,
I'm so curious.
370,000 votes. That is the margin of lead
Yeah,
right
get
now,
a
with
shot.
Bobby
Get a
Hawkins
shot.
dipping
No.
below 1% for the first time this evening. Joe Biden is the projected winner in the state of Minnesota.
Yes.
This is no surprise given the recent polling in the state of Minnesota that had Joe Biden up significantly. He wins in the state with 52% of the vote to Donald Trump's 44.67%. You have to wonder if Minnesota and Minneapolis, rather, being the epicenter of the national protests back in June and in May, how much of an effect did that have on this Minnesota race where Joe Biden has significantly outperformed Hillary Clinton with 83% of the vote in? And in the state of New Hampshire, a crucial swing state that Hillary Clinton barely managed to hold on to in 2016, its 4 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. You will be happy to know that he has won with 50.47% of the vote to Donald Trump's 46.21%, just 28,000 votes. That is the margin of lead, with 87% of precincts reporting in New Hampshire. And in the state of Texas, a big victory and a big hold for Donald Trump. He holds 38 electoral votes out of the state of Texas as he is the projected winner. He will win with 51% of the vote to Joe Biden's 47%. Extremely close, and all signs are pointing to Texas becoming much more of a battleground state in future elections, with 90% of precincts reporting 259,000 votes. That is the margin of lead for Donald Trump in Texas. And a huge call here in the state of North Carolina. Donald Trump will hold on to its 15 electoral votes. He is the projected winner in North Carolina with 48.52% of the vote to Joe Biden's 48.27%. Just 11,717 votes in North Carolina, with 99% of precincts reporting. We can finally call Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of North Carolina by an extremely tight margin. And looking at the updated race to 270, Donald Trump has narrowed the gap just like that. 226
Let's go, Trump.
electoral votes
No,
to
you
Donald
can.
Trump's 211, with
Look.
98 electoral votes still remaining too close to call out there across the country in Florida, Arizona, Nevada, Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, and in the state of Pennsylvania. And for the first time tonight, Joe Biden has taken the lead in the national popular vote. We expect him to maintain this lead as votes continue to be cast across the country tonight. 267,000 votes is the margin of lead for Joe Biden over Donald Trump right now. But we have some major projections coming in right now. A huge call in Florida. 29 electoral votes will go to the incumbent Republican president, Donald Trump. He will win in the state of Florida, and it's 29 electoral votes. This was a must-hold for
Oh
his
no.
campaign. However, he has only won by
Trump is going to win.
1,991 votes with 48.4%.
Please don't.
To Joe Biden's 48.17.
Come on, bro. I'm gonna be
99%
left.
of
Crap.
the vote is now in, and we can finally, after such a long time, call the state of Florida in favor of Donald Trump. Extremely competitive for Joe Biden in the state of Florida, but this wasn't necessarily a must-win for his campaign, but it was certainly a must-win to hold on to for Donald Trump and its 29 electoral votes. And in the state of Pennsylvania, now this is a must-win for Joe Biden, and he has won its 20 electoral votes. This is a huge victory for his campaign as he wins his home state with 49.06% of the vote to Donald Trump's 47.42%, a little over 100,000 votes with 96% of the vote in is the margin of lead for Joe Biden. 20 electoral votes going to his campaign. This was a crucial victory. And another one, in the state of Michigan, Joe Biden is the projected winner, the second state that he absolutely had to flip tonight in his favor. 16 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden. He is on the right track on his game plan. He wins with 50.31% of the vote to Donald Trump's 46.05%, 207,000 votes. That is the margin of lead over Donald Trump with 91% of the vote in. Joe Biden picks up a huge win in the state of Michigan, and it's 16 electoral votes. Key race alert out of the state of Wisconsin with 84% of the vote in. Joe Biden has taken a lead, 21,000 votes. It's extremely close in Wisconsin with its 10 extremely important electoral votes. He has to either win here or in the state of Arizona if he wants to win the presidency. Here tonight, he holds 48.86% of the vote to Donald Trump's 48.04%. A lot of vote in a lot of areas is still out there and enough to swing the state in either direction. And in the state of Arizona, would you look at that? With 80% of precincts reporting, Donald Trump holds just a 1,458 vote lead over Joe Biden. This race is as toss-up as it could possibly be, with 47.91% of the vote in favor of Donald Trump to 47.84% of the vote to Joe Biden. A lot of vote is still out there in Maricopa County, which is a promising sign for the Joe Biden campaign. However, we don't really know how this race is going to go. It's extremely close right now. And looking at the updated popular vote totals, as you can see, Joe Biden now holds 262 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 240, with the races in Arizona, Iowa, and Wisconsin the only ones left to be called tonight. 33 electoral votes across those four states remain too close to call. All Joe Biden has to do is win in either one of Arizona or Wisconsin, or win two of Nevada or Iowa. This is extremely close here as we head to the final hours. Donald Trump holds 240 electoral votes to Joe Biden's 262. Looking at the popular vote totals, it's starting to expand for Joe Biden. He holds 48.14% to Donald Trump's 47.08%. It's 1 a.m. on the East Coast, and we are upon our final poll closing of the 2020 election cycle. Just in the state of Donald Trump is the projected winner in the state of Alaska. Its 3 electoral votes will go to his campaign. This is no surprise whatsoever tonight. However, in the state of Iowa, we can now project that Donald Trump is the projected winner. He will hold on to his victory in Iowa from 4 years ago. He will hold 6 electoral votes, or rather carry 6 electoral votes out of the state of Iowa. He will win with 50.23% of the vote to 46.89% of the vote to Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. 94% of the vote is in, and it's a 53,000 vote edge in Iowa goes to Donald Trump. And in the state of Nevada, however, 6 electoral votes will go to Joe Biden in the state of Nevada, and he is now just 2 electoral votes away from 270. He wins with 49.61% of the vote to Donald Trump's 45.09% with 92% of the vote in Nevada. He will carry its 6 electoral votes. And as mentioned just now, Joe Biden now holds 268 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 249, with the races in Arizona and Wisconsin the only ones where we do not have a single projection in. All Joe Biden has to do is win in one of these states. Donald Trump must win in both. And looking at the popular vote, Joe Biden now has expanded his lead to 3,310,000 votes over Donald Trump. It is now a little over 2.6 points. That is the margin of lead for Joe Biden over Donald Trump, which is already 0.5% ahead of where Hillary Clinton led Donald Trump in the popular vote in 2016. Stand by for a major projection. A historic moment. Election Predictions Official can now project that Joe Biden has been elected the 46th President of the United States. The former Vice President is victorious in one of the most incredible and jaw-breaking election cycles in American history. We can make this call because of his projected victories in the state of Arizona and Wisconsin. As you can see, the now President-elect of the United States, Joe Biden, will carry 11 electoral votes in the state of Arizona, pushing him over the 270 edge. He defeats Donald Trump in the state of Arizona with 98% of precincts reporting by about 17,000 votes, flipping the state in favor of the Democrats the first time in a very long time. We can also project in the state of Wisconsin, he's the projected winner of 10 electoral votes there. The president-elect will win with 49.05% of the vote to Donald Trump's 47.73%. He flips the state of Wisconsin back in the Democrats' favor. And as you can see, looking at the race to 270, with every state now being called, Joe Biden has won with 289 electoral votes in favor of Donald Trump's 249 electoral votes. Several key flips in the states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Arizona brought this victory for Joe Biden here tonight, despite him being unable to carry the states of Florida and North Carolina, despite how close it ended up being in both of those states. 289 votes to 249. That is the final electoral tally. As things stand right now, with some votes still left to be counted, Joe Biden is up over 5 million votes in the U.S. He leads by 3.61%, which is significantly higher than Hillary Clinton did in 2016. However, he will also win the Electoral College along with the popular vote, something Hillary Clinton was unable to do 4 years ago. And as we watch Jill Biden in the background getting ready to introduce her husband and the now President-elect Joe Biden, let's reflect on what has happened here tonight. It's estimated that around 148 million votes were cast, the most in American history, and about 10 million more than in 2016. Mail-in voting certainly played a large role, and we can only assume that it helped the Biden campaign with their projected victory tonight. Most polls heading into tonight had Biden up about 5 to 6 points nationally, but as we all know by now, Donald Trump tends to overperform polls, and Biden's popular vote lead sits at just 3.6 points as things stand right now. It could get closer to 4 when all the vote is counted, but the real question to be asked is this: what changed since 2016, and was this really a pro-Biden turnout or an anti-Trump one? The data seems to suggest both, with white suburban women completely turning on the president, along with a significant chunk of the older vote. Now, having said that, wait, it sounds like Biden is about to be introduced to the stage, so let's tune in live to the Biden headquarters in Philadelphia.
He's your president and my husband, Joe Biden.
You know, my dad used to have an expression. He said, it's a lucky person that's up in the morning, puts both feet in the floor, knows what they're about to do, and thinks it still matters.
For over 40 years, Joe Biden has had the courage to speak out and lead on the toughest issues facing America. It was the great battles over civil rights and the Vietnam War that brought Joe Biden to public life. And he hasn't flinched or walked away from the great battles that have driven and defined this nation ever since. His has been a career defined by honesty, passion, and conviction. And throughout it all, when it mattered most, He's forced us all to look deep in our souls and ask, is this who we are as a nation? And perhaps more importantly, is this who we want to be?
I am more optimistic about America's chances today than I have been my entire life.
Oh gosh. Almost like Rocky Balboa music of it. The song.
United States, Joe Biden.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stop the video right there, but I hope you all enjoyed this election night in America for 2020.